Who has seen, this is just quick change of subject. Sorry, Jay.
That's all right.
The Illuminati cards, right? And
Yeah.
they're printed in 1990s, right? And on this card, there's a card, it's a Trump card, and on the top it says "Enough is enough," right?
What, Trump card? What do you mean? Like explain the Trump card. Is there a picture of Donald Trump or
like
Trump?
It's a Donald Trump card. Like there's cards on there. They're like
Really?
There's another card there where there's two towers and a plane crashing into it, bro. Like the twin towers.
Hey, Di, I got a picture of that so I can put it up in the chat.
This is no joke, right? You could go and look this up right now to all the listeners. Go and look this up right now.
Predictive programming. It's all the
it is predictive programming.
Yeah, it's just all. I've heard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of. Yeah.
But the words, enough is enough. That's all I've heard Trump been saying, right? At his rallies, enough is enough. He even got arrested to come and say it. But not just that. In a card it says, our snipers will take you down anytime, any place, anywhere. On this card, right? And to me, that just shows they're literally playing a game with humanity.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, they're trying to distract us in the meantime. So you just have to kind of stay on your path.
What, like the hot tour girls? What's the hot tour girl with the bloody distraction? Jesus Christ. Where'd she come out of nowhere, mate?
That's one of the biggest, yeah. Come on now.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Like, what? Honestly, and not just that. There was another one in England as well. Did you hear about the prison guard? The prison guard that slept with the
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I know it was in England. It's England. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was in England.
Please explain. I haven't heard that one.
Have we not? Yeah, the Wandsworth prison. It was in England. A prison in England. One of the prison guards slept with an inmate, and the video was leaked, and that went viral. So these are all distractions.
Yeah, leaked.
And the fact that
how's that? Okay, so then they talk about. Here we go. It's a bit controversial for you. Here, let's go that way. Looking at like obviously being involved in the education system, obviously, yeah, we've got a high level of respect for the students we've got, and you see, especially in high school, I know for a fact, and I'll just ring around the rosy here. All I know is a female teacher was having a fling with three kids of 18 years old in year 12. I can tell you that right now.
You see,
I'll leave that. And you know what? I'll tell you right now, if it were, let's reverse the role. Here we go. Clickbait this, ladies and gentlemen. If it was reverse the role and the bloke had done it, it's 30 years, which they deserve, don't mind you. So clickbait that too. But apparently I didn't hear anything about it because it was basically, I think it was a female and they tried to cover it. That's my belief anyway, because if it had been a bloke, he would have been up and about 30 years. Goodbye.
They're covering up everything, man. And I think this is what we've all got to stay on guard with is just take what you see with a pinch of salt. As Diana said, just stay on your path.
Don't get involved in stuff that you don't need to get involved in. Obviously, there's a time to stand up. There's a time to get involved, but you can easily get lost in quote unquote what I call the sauce or whatever, and you can go pretty far out, you know, like you don't want to get like a lot of people are really chaotic right now. A lot of people haven't even had an awakening yet, and it's a lot going on the planet. That for someone's psyche to see, like we've been studying all this stuff for a while, but for some of the people are just becoming aware. They're just waking up out of the spell, kind of, and that's overwhelming, man. So that's like
overwhelming.
That's your whole psyche. That's like mental breakdown. Yeah.
Honestly,
this is what let's say this is what our job's about, guys.
And the mental health isn't good right now on the planet anyway. Yeah. So and then everything's expensive on top of that. The economy, there's so many things that are just, I just say be kind as much as you can. And if someone does 100%. treat you have to be the change, you know, like it's all about getting into love frequency.
One thing I learned, we can be kind. We've got to be kind to ourselves. That's one thing. We are the diamond within our own hearts, mate. If we don't look after ourselves, no one else, we can't help anyone. That's something that we've been told as a kid.
Yes.
And we have to do this. We have to be true to ourselves. And this is a big thing, a lesson for myself. I've been writing my diary since I've been here. And getting out of the cesspool of the fucking public toilet in Melbourne. Clickbait that, you bastards. Anyway, because that's what it is. And basically the way that they've treated us, certain individuals, and unfortunately, the way that as we talk about the collective with the energies, we're taking the energy that's coming out now and making ourselves better. Unfortunately, a lot of people are still living in the ego, and it's all like it's like the Texas tornado that I saw in bloody Houston, which we'll go into very, very soon. The Hurricane Beryl, we'll talk about that spiritual bloody awakening. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what, I was going to say, before we change subject, I just want the last thing I wanted to say about preparation, just before we change the subject about what's on the agenda, is also try and stock up on dried food, tins, cans, whatever, just stuff that you can feed yourself with. If things do go tits up, just
you never know, man. Yeah, you never know.
And you can feed yourself for like a month or two. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you've got a family. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's better to be prepared to be unprepared for when something does or may not go down. So just stock up on certain things. Like for me, I've just bought, you know, those gas canisters. I've been collecting it once a week. I'll just go and buy a gas canister. It cost me £23 a week. And I've just got a portable stove. And I bought big bags of rice, beans, simple stuff like that. I know it sounds ridiculous.
No, not at all.
When the shit does hit the fan, and it will, which I don't want it to, but it seemed like that was a test run the other day.
Seems like
to
it's
me
coming
personally,
soon.
that's a test run. So if it does happen, then we need to understand that no one is coming to save us. So we have to save ourselves, and we've got to be our savior. So that's the last thing I would say. Just stock up on dry foods, cans, water, just simple things. Do you know what I mean? So like in 2020, when lockdown happened and people was running around like a headless chicken for toilet paper, you won't be doing that because you stock up on it before it's happened. So that's what I'm going to say.
As soon as I get home, can I segue into that's a great segue into what happened in Cyclone Beryl, big fella, because it basically at the end of the day, the electric cars and all that bullshit that they've been talking about and cashless society and all that.
That grid could go down anytime. Yeah, anytime. That was a test the other day.
Yeah. Hey, what happened in Cyclone Beryl?
Banks were being shut down. Yeah, like banks are actually people aren't able to access their own finances, like and stuff. Yeah, like the other day there were people that actually couldn't access. Yeah,
I had cash on me. Port Solomon was flooded out. We had no electricity for nearly 3 days.
No means of communication.
Food, limited water. This is exactly what this was a preparation for what's happening. Mother Nature was giving us an idea of trying to teach these bastards what exactly actually happens, mate. I don't think anyone has any comprehension. I really don't believe that. It's something that's new for me. That when I went through it, mate, I woke up, bloody hell. I mean, I saw it. It hit us for 2 hours. Took 3/4 of Houston out. Flooded the bloody joint. I was up high. But then they had the power to basically, I was right. And I was about 2K from the airport. Do you think I had any power? Absolutely not.
And that's just, and that's it. That's like, and that's Mother Nature. Do you know what I mean? Even prepare for Mother Nature's events. I'm not even saying whether they are going to do it. But things like that, you've got to prepare for, especially if you have a family, man. Especially if you've got families.
I think mate, you're right. And when I get home, I'll be going to stock up. First thing I'll do, I'll go and buy a couple of $100 worth of, just water and some canned food, some stuff you can actually eat, some dry food. Mate, I have to say, this was the weird thing. This was the really weird thing. 2 things that came out of this. I want your opinion on these guys. So anyway, number one, when I got a United flight out on the Wednesday, so I got out 2 days early. It was when I went through customs, it was like nothing had happened. There was chaos on one side of it. When I went through customs in Houston, basically, mate, life is normal. And I couldn't believe they were eating food and all this stuff. I go, mate, we haven't had bloody refrigeration for 2 days. Why would you eat chicken and food or anything that has to be warmed up? Let's be honest. I kept on fruits and all that kind of things. And I'm thinking, how the hell is this happening? But then when I did watch the news and all that, and I saw this bloody, I know not word of a lie, this 7-story Texas tornado go through and rip the shreds out of these bloody trees. Mate, it makes you wake up. And then when you're in a room, I was in a basic hotel, I felt like the bloody windows were going to fucking cave in. The water was coming in. Mate, it makes you wake up. And the scariest bit, when the fucking hotel manager says, go into your room at 9 o'clock when the sun goes down, lock the door and stay in there till the light comes up.
Jeez.
There's reality of that situation. And then we could have that as a global. And mate, I'll tell you, being through it, I don't want a fucking bar of it.
Well, that's a prime example of why you need to stock up.
Yeah.
There you go. It's as simple as that, mate. If you don't stock, you're exactly right. Toilet paper, water. And look, maybe Cortez, if you can do a video on that, maybe what we can do to like basic essentials to stock up on. If you want to keep an eye on the big fella,
potatoes,
maybe you can do it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got a few months. We've got at least to the end of this year. I know for a fact this at the end of this year is not gonna end how we think it's going to end. And like the best way, what I can feel is towards Christmas times, something's gonna go down, man. And I'm just saying, if it does, I'm gonna be prepared, and I want all you life theory listeners to be prepared too. That is
it. Cortez, I want you to go through a survival. I want both of you to go through what people should have in their houses during this time if there is a possible world shutdown. What do you think? Go for it. We'll clickbait it and we'll put it as a video, as a short. Go.
Well, personally, you need water.
Yeah.
For hydration, and not just water. If you can get yourself a Himalayan salt and make sure it's real Himalayan salt and not this pink Himalayan salt that's going about where they lace with mercury and all other things that they put in it. Make sure you get some salt, Himalayan salt, some water. If you stock up on some fruits, if you can, freeze them. You can also freeze your stuff. I know if the electrics goes, you're not going to have a freezer. So what you need to do is also get a portable heater, maybe a portable gas heater if you can, or a solar heater. You can actually sell them and put it out in the day. At night, you can put it on.
They're talking about one of those camping ones, Cortez, ones that you take camping. You can do a gas.
I've got there's a little there's a portable camping stove you can get, which I've got it somewhere out of a room now, but I've bought gas canisters. And you just connect it up to that, and you can have your little cooking stove. This is for things if the power outage goes out. You can't go to the shop. You can't go to no garage. So you're going to have a means to heat. You need heat source, right? You need food, water. That is it.
I think
and
potatoes are good too.
Where do we go for canned stuff, mate? What do you reckon?
Canned stuff. Well, I've bought those plastic containers, those airtight plastic containers. If you put your stuff in airtight plastic containers, they last a lot longer. Get dried food. I've got a 10 kg bag of rice. I think it cost me just under £30. I've got 2 of them for £60. That will last you just over a year for those bags of rice. All you need then is your beans. Then you've got rice and beans. I know it sounds plain and boring.
There's protein and a bit of carbohydrate, mate. We all know that.
This is for survival. This is just for you to be, because you're not going to be thinking about, this tastes nice. What we need to put. You're going to be in survival mode. That is it.
Well, I was, mate. In Cyclone Beryl, I was, mate. I was in, mate. I had 2 protein bars for about 12 hours.
Until I found.
And I'll be honest with you. And I'll be honest with you, I did have potato chips and stuff like that, but I knew what I had to do was go, right, some substance I'd go, right, what could I have, and potato chips for a point can be, they're packeted. You don't have anything that's, been left in the fridge. You know, it's basically basic waters and basic electrolytes, and
And
just someone and it's got a little bit of salt in it, not sugar. So if you're going to go for unnatural, but you don't go eating a whole packet. You had a small packet, and that was enough for me.
And if you can, start to grow your own fruits and veg. Like
we're growing some here, on my balcony.
Yeah, same. I've got chilies. I've got orange, lemon, papaya, mango. This is all in my house. Little, you can't even see it because I've got this background thing on. But these are the stuff. I've got mint leaves. You got your chives. Just go out and buy those things. Keep them in your house. Water them. You've got unlimited. I've had these chives for nearly 4 months. They grow, I cut them, they grow back. They grow, I cut them, they go back. Time's the same thing. The other
thing you can have, guys. And I want your opinion on this. We've got the almond milk, the natural almond milk that's in thing. It's not frozen.
Yeah, I drink almond.
So you could possibly use that. You could probably freeze it, but the only thing is when you unfreeze it, you have to pretty much drink it straight away. But they do keep it at room temperature.
This is it. But like I say, if you want to be extravagant, you can do all of that. If you haven't got electric and your freezer doesn't work, next best thing, water. Simple as that. Stock up on water. That. And not just that, like I said, make sure you got your Himalayan salt, and you can buy water tablets to purify the water as well, just in case you run out of water and you need to source it somewhere else and you don't know if it's drinkable. You get these purified tablets. I think they're $1.99 off Amazon, and it purifies the water so it makes it drinkable. Little stuff like that. And something for protection. Just in case things go south and the purge happens, basically.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, as I said, now here's a couple of things that we were, people, but look, the desperation in when it happened. We were very fortunate where we were, but we were surviving on pretty much nothing. We had dirty towels. The sewage was bloody rooted. Okay, I had to get the bloody plunger and fix the toilet up, and all that kind of stuff.
These are the things we don't think about.
No, that's exactly right. And I think going through what I did, and even walking around and seeing, but the humanity was there, but there was definitely something sus going on. But I went into a few places, and look, I just saw the emphasis on sugar as well. I've been a bit of my addiction is sugar. It was until I came on this trip, and I really worked out that, and we're talking about processed sugars, we're talking about fruits and stuff. And you can see the impact of what's happening with regards to what's being lined in the food and all those kind of things, and trying to get as best food as we can, as Cortez was saying. But mate, I tell you, until you put in that situation, I think, especially a lot of people in Melbourne, we're very fortunate we don't get this shit. We won't get a power outage for about 6 hours, mate. 3 days, and then you're in a foreign country, and mate, you got no food, no nothing, mate. You start thinking about what the hell's going on.
Absolutely.
Is there anything? Put the bread aside. You can even freeze bread. There's another way of freezing a bit of. Am I not wrong?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I freeze bread. I freeze bread. That amazing. I think they have big bags of like potatoes. Like Costco has a huge bag of like 10-pound potatoes for like a good price. Like that can last you for a little bit too.
Well, potatoes is good, mate. I mean, I've been having. If I ever get stuck, it's always grilled chips or something like that. You cut them up and you make your own grilled chips. It's nothing like you put it. Have a bit of turmeric. Have a little bit of turmeric and some cayenne pepper, mate. It helps your arteries.
And those are just the little things that you can do, guys, just in case you ever put in that position. So, yeah, man.
So it's always a reason. That's it. It's always a reason why Cortez said to me, you'll be where you need to be. I wouldn't be able to talk about the experience of what I went through and tell you about Hurricane Beryl if I didn't go through it. And then what Cortez was saying about survival, it all links in. You can see this. We just got to go with it, guys.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I've got to shoot off now, guys. I've got these little.
Yeah. Well, let's close it up.
Thanks for coming on. It was good talking. Yeah, it was a nice chat. Thank you.
It was a good chat.
All right, I'll do the close then. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Life Theories episode 57 from Jay, the Calgary Cowboy now. that's Steve that has a Steve Irwin accent. So Canada's lovely. I might move here. We've got Diana. I'm from Journey of a White Feather, of course. We've got Diana, Trailblazer Universe, mate. The stuff she's pulling out, man. She's a wonderful lady. She's doing some fantastic things, and she's got a very level head. If you want to talk to her and talk about her journey, man, I tell you, it's you won't regret it. And the big fella,
Absolutely.
Batman, the Seaman, the man of seamen, the fucking man of seamen, Cortez Medford, the big fella over there in England, mate. The passion that comes out of this man's heart, man. I love this guy to death, and mate, mate, and some of the stuff he says, you watch his videos, he's just amazing. So Spiritual Leads TV, get
spiritual
out there.
Gangster, spiritual gangster.
Mate, I'll tell you, he doesn't talk shit, man. He doesn't talk shit, as we say in Australia. He'll tell you to go stick it up your ass, mate, because he knows what he's doing, and he's a wonderful individual, and he'll tell you straight. And a big shout out to Sarah, our little raven over there. I'll be seeing her tomorrow in Vancouver. Okay, we've got Big Soul Healing, and a big shout out to Jackie Lyons, my bestie in Edmonton, Alberta, Akashic Record Healing, and Solomon King 50, mate. We've got a tribe. Come and join us. We're here, and always get up in the morning. Heartland of Canada. Hint, hint. Be the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. This has been episode 57 of Life Theories. Thank you so much. Take care, and always be your best self. Take care. See you later.
Bye.
Wicked, wicked, wicked.